Finishers MMA, finishersmma.com, @finishers. That's how you find them on social media. These guys have a show with us every Monday called Now We Go. You can check it out. Zach, JM, Thor, Grace, there's too many to name that come out of that school, and they are killers in the game. They are the biggest MMA jiu-jitsu school in the area, and they are owning the East Coast. You can contact them at 610-438-0746. Ask for Andrew. They are at 3761 Nicholas Street in Easton, PA. They have 2 locations as of now, Bethlehem and Allentown. They are growing into 3, 4, 5, 6. I would say they are taking over, but they already have. Check them out on all of their social media. They are awesome to follow. And if you're looking to get in shape, you're looking to choke people, you're looking to do anything at all to better your life, finishersmma.com. AllValleyRooter.net. That's not how you pronounce it all the time. I just say it that way. All Valley Rooter, Jared LaBarba. He is my plumber. He's the show's plumber. I'm getting him plumbing business all over, and I love that he is getting what he wants. He has 24-hour emergency service. He is certified, insured, and professional. You can follow him at All Valley Rooter. He's on social media, and you can find his information at allvalleyrooter.net. Jared came down over the weekend and he fixed a problem down here. He's super professional. I love him as a person. I love his business. He grew it, and he's doing his own thing. It's allvalleyrooter.net. It's 24-hour professional plumbing services. He can help you out with everything you need. It's 610-762-1656. He's certified, insured, and professional. Do not be afraid to contact him for any of your plumbing needs. Support Jared. Jared supports us. Luke Dalminer Handmade Custom Knives. I love Luke. It's lukedelmeyer.com. He's a farrier, a bladesmith, and a blacksmith. He has custom knives, and the best part about it is you can take classes to make them. So not only can you take a class to learn how to make knives, at the end of the class, you get that knife. We're working on a project together. He started recently getting into chef knives, so he's starting to make chef knives. He makes hunting knives. He can make any of your needs as far as blacksmithing. That's at Luke Delmeyer on Instagram. That is the best way to follow him. You can see all the stuff that he's posting. He shares, he does raffles, he gives giveaways. Check out all things Luke Delmeyer at lukedelmeyer.com. We've had him on the show before. You can dig down in the library, listen to how he got started and where he's at now. I'm excited to work with Luke. He's a really good friend of the show, and I'm excited to showcase his chef knife that he's making me. Check out all things Luke Delmeyer at lukedelmeyer.com. Farrier, bladesmith, blacksmith. Rips Auto Detail. This guy is the best, hands down, in the area. I've interviewed him. I know his story. He's doing things that others aren't, and I love that he fucks with the show. I love getting the best of the best and having them support and be a part of this. That's what the sponsorship is for. I'm giving you the best people in their profession, and Rips is the best at auto detail. It's at Rips Auto Detail for Instagram. You follow that. He's showing you the different cars he does, and it's at 630 North Nelson Street in Allentown, PA. He offers paint correction, ceramic, SPS coatings, and more. This is appointment only, and it's ripsautodetail@gmail.com. You can call him at 484-553-1366. I tell you, follow him. If you don't know, you want to know more about what he does, follow him on Instagram. Follow Rips Auto Detail, and you can see all the things that Rip does. He's a big part of the show. We have a separate show we do called Road Dogs, and you can check out his past interviews and hear his whole story. I couldn't recommend this guy more for your auto, car, boat, plane. This guy literally has done everything, and he is the best in the area doing this. Rips Auto Detail. I'm going to set a timer for 45.
You need to get one of those things.
I know. I'd be a good Christmas
that'll be your,
gift.
I was just going to say Christmas present.
Welcome back, ladies.
Thank you.
I always love having you guys on. I wanted to bring you guys back on because you're always doing fun stuff, and because you have a giant billboard with your faces across the Easton.
Isn't it ridiculous?
How do you even go about getting a billboard?
Our daddy got it.
Yeah.
He has all.
Do you call people or?
Yeah, he's got a guy for this, a guy for that.
Yeah.
We've had our eye on that billboard since we started our lease there, and somebody else was on it. And as soon as we found out that their lease was going to be up, we jumped on it. And somebody else was interested, and my dad was like, "I will give you like 3 months worth of a lease." He was like, "It's mine."
Yeah.
So,
He even put it up himself.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
I've-
because I saw
got
you
it.
guys got the picture. So then what were the steps you had to get? Because did you know what you were going to use as the picture on the billboard?
No, we have a good friend of ours, Lindsay, knows him from high school.
He was the photographer you used.
His
Yeah.
name is John Stetler.
Yeah.
Steady
Yeah,
Focus
Steady
Media.
Focus.
So he came out. We did some group shots. We've done pictures with him before, like in the very beginning when we opened up. So we went down by the river, and he did. It was literally like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I
It
saw
took him-
you guys were taking pictures, but I just
Yeah.
thought it was content for the website.
No, yeah,
or
it took him longer to set up than it was for like our
Yeah.
pictures. And,
Yeah,
you know,
and he's such a genius. Like, he was like, I got it. Like,
Yeah.
done.
yeah.
He's great.
So so we did it, and I think it was only like 2 weeks of production for the billboard. And my dad and my brothers put it up. They were up there at like.
They put the billboard
Yep,
up?
they
Yeah.
were up there at, because they had a guy do it. So, like, it wasn't like a company,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
does
yeah,
signs.
yeah.
We're so Italian.
So he got it. And they were up there at like daybreak.
That's how I get shit done.
Yeah.
It's so much easier.
He rented the machine, to whatever that thing is to bring you out.
The lift.
Yeah. And him and my brothers banged it out in a couple hours. And
That's so crazy
Yeah.
that you guys put it up.
yeah. Well, my dad's a contractor, so he can.
Yeah,
do
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
But
He probably knew immediately what to
see
do.
yourself
Yeah.
pull in the parking lot and you're like, oh, hey.
Yeah, because that's right over by you guys, isn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you have to walk past it. Like, where we park, we walk past it to get into the building. And it's funny because we have opposite reactions where I'm like, oh my God, like, I don't, it's so, and she's like, hey girl, like waving at herself. Psycho.
And our dad's the same way. If there's like somebody parking and like getting out of their car, and my
That's
dad's
us.
in the parking lot,
Yeah.
he'll come over to you and be like, "Hey, you see that guy out there? He's pretty handsome, right?"
That's so funny.
But I mean, if you get the right person to do it too, they love it.
How has the billboard changed the business? Because you were saying earlier that it was you had more traction for like the toenail fungus
Toenail
stuff.
fungus, definitely. I think that's probably the biggest thing that we've gotten from the billboard, that people don't really think that we do stuff like that.
Is it people in town that say like, "Hey, I didn't even know you guys were here"?
Yeah, and that's what's great about that spot. There's so much street traffic down there because of the restaurants and whatnot. But we started getting calls, and she gets all the phone calls, and they say, "Yeah, I saw that you do toenail fungus on your billboard." So
That's cool.
Since we've put it up, we've gotten,
Because you don't know if that stuff's gonna work. I mean, have you guys ever done a billboard before?
No.
In any other business?
No, we really didn't want to spend the money to do. We've inquired with like, I think there's what is it, Lamar or something, that's like the local billboard place, and it was so much money, per month, and it was like, we don't really know if it's going to bring us any clientele. So this one, it was affordable, and it's right there, and plus the fact that we can't do like any street signage, so to get that like on our building, it's completely worth it. But it's definitely,
Yeah, I forgot you guys can't have street signage. That's how
Right.
I'm going to be in the next studio.
Yeah.
Well, originally I was going to have this bigger spot with a sign, but then I took the middle spot, and then with the middle spot, I was like, oh, I don't get any signage.
Yeah.
But then I was like, yo, I don't like want to talk to people or see anyone. So I'm like, maybe this is better. Because if it would have been in there, it would have just been people off the street that I know being like,
Yeah.
yo, what's up? And then I would get nothing done. So,
that's true.
but yeah, but not having, I don't know what I'm going to do. Have you guys thought of anything to do for street signage? Like, can you put something out in front of above the stairwell going up, or you're just kind of tied into doing nothing?
I mean, we have the sandwich board
Yeah.
that we put out. Anytime
Yeah.
we're in the office, we have a sandwich board that we put on the sidewalk that, lists everything that we do. But other than that, I mean, there's a chick in that front office, and she has signage in her windows. We do have like a decal on the door, but I think that's all we really can do.
Yeah. And even the decal on the door.
Yeah, because you don't have a window out front.
Yeah.
The decal on the door had to be like less than a
Yeah,
certain size
yeah.
to be considered not a sign. And
That's
then
so crazy
with
when
the
they get
sandwich
into all
sign,
that
like she
stuff.
said, we have the sandwich sign, but we can only put it out when we're in the office. It can't stay out overnight or
Right.
anything like that. So
But you guys have been pretty busy since you opened
yeah.
and steadily growing.
yeah, and we
it's
do
always
get
cool to bring
walk-ins
you
off
back.
the street
Yeah.
that say that they saw the sign, they wanted to come up and ask some questions.
It's got to be refreshing when stuff like that works, when like the sandwich board, you're like, oh, because, there probably is some doubt getting into it where you're like, fuck, like we can't even put
Absolutely.
a sign
Yeah.
out. And then when stuff works, it's cool when,
Yeah.
especially that billboard. I mean, I have friends who have used billboards and they don't know what it does, or like, people aren't saying like, hey, I was able to use the billboard, but it's an expense, but it's awesome that it's growing the business.
Yeah, definitely. And we added, a question to our intake form, asking how you heard about us, because now that we're really investing money into marketing type of stuff, we want to know where to put our money. And quite a few are from the billboard. So
that's awesome.
Paying it for itself.
What have you guys have going on that's new? Because I think last time you were in, you started going over the new machine that you have, but I know you guys have like really stepped up, and you guys are growing fast.
You want to talk about the Hollywood facial?
Yeah, so we are doing a Hollywood facial.
Sounds exotic.
It is exotic. It's a carbon mask that we put on the skin, and you let it dry, you let it come up to your skin's temperature, and then you blast it with the laser. And what it's doing is it's boosting collagen and elastin in your skin. It gets rid of fine lines and wrinkles, dark marks, things of that nature. And Jessica's idea was to kind of aim it towards brides. Like, that's going to be what our new promo is coming up, because it's such a quick and easy process to just kind of boost your face, like all of those photos that you're going to be taking at your wedding, and you want to look your best. And it's just such an easy, there's no downtime, there's no side effects, and you walk out there with plumper, beautiful, more youthful looking skin. And I'm so excited.
That's great. And it got the name the Hollywood facial because a lot of celebrities would do it before they would have an event to go to or a red carpet thing, because instantly your face is just glowing. Like she said, it plumps your skin so you're nice and firm. It's like baby bottom smooth. Your makeup goes on really nice. So we're going to be doing a lot of bridal promotions, things like, buy 3, get 1 free for brides. We're going to do, if all your bridesmaids book, you get yours for free as the bride, or if you wanted to book everything together the same day, we would definitely set it up that just you guys would be in the office. We would do champagne and some, appies or cupcakes or something to kind of like,
I'm so excited.
I just want to eat appetizers.
Yeah. We can have you come and do some food.
Yeah, 100%.
So, make it really like a day of pampering for the brides. We wouldn't have any other clients in except your bridal party, mother of the bride, mother of the groom, whatever it may be. So we're going to do a lot of specials like that, because for a bride, if you book, months before, it's good to do a series, because if you do one, then do another one, it all builds upon the last one for your results. So the more you do, the better. So to start, 4 to 6 months before your wedding, by the time your wedding comes, your skin is going to be the best it's going to be. So we're going to try to do that to get people on a schedule so that by the time their wedding comes around, their skin is super smooth, glowing, radiant. It helps with acne scars, things like that, discoloration. So you could also do it as just like a one-time pick-me-up thing. If you have, a date, or, you're a guest at somebody's wedding, you could do it a week before and your skin is going to look beautiful,
But I think it's going to be so addicting. Like, I've only had one so far, and I can't wait until we're in the office again together so that we can kind of do each other, because it doesn't hurt. You barely feel it. And it's relaxing, to be honest with you. Like, we, put a toner on your face first. We do the mask, the whole process. And then there's a serum, and we moisturize you. So it's like a little bit of a massage happening there too. And I don't know. If you feel so good after, I don't think anyone's going to ever come in and just do one and be like, okay, I'm good. It's
Where
so
do you
easy,
guys,
and it's affordable.
Yeah.
I love every time you're in here, you guys always have something new you're pushing. It's got to be fun for the two of you to come up with this idea and then build around it, because, if you have a laser tattoo removal business or you're doing something like this, the creativity in there is just kind of like, all right, well, we're just going to remove tattoos, or we're just going to do this stuff. But you guys make it so fun for yourselves at work to come up with these ideas, and then you make it fun for people to come in, and it's not so much a doctor's office vibe as like, it's, you guys are like turning your business into this place where like people can go and get more than just like laser hair removal. Right. You're like making it almost like spa treatments with things. But
it's a whole experience.
I know,
it is,
but
yeah.
I love that you guys are so into this, that you're turning it into what it's becoming. Because I remember you coming on originally, and it was just kind of like, here's what we want to do. We have some ideas. And the second time is when you guys were like really like doing your back to summer thing. And then now seeing you guys, it's just like, it's swallowing itself and turning into its own thing, which is it's really cool to watch.
Yeah, it's just cool to, there's so many different audiences that we can target for different services that we do. So,
instead of just being like, cool, we're doing laser tattoo removal.
Right. Yeah. To target it to certain people, it's really fun. So we're going to be doing a bridal show. We have a booth set up at a bridal show at the end of the month in Allentown.
And it's all hustles and angles to grow the business. And it's really smart. I don't know anyone else doing this around here.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of our services are something that you're not necessarily Googling like, oh, laser facial, because a million people get facials all the time, but have you had a laser facial? And I feel like not.
Probably not.
You should have been dressed as Austin Powers.
But yeah, I feel, that's, a big thing for women that, self-care, self-love, me time, for moms that, get a facial, as like their treat to themselves once a month or whatever it may be. So to specifically target, those people that, they're going to learn about our services without having to search for them, because I don't think, people aren't searching for Hollywood facials or toenail fungus removal or, things like that. But for our services that we offer that are totally accessible because of the prices and our location, to get that out there, people are like, oh, wow, I didn't know you guys were over here. I didn't know it was affordable. Mm-hmm. And that's how we're getting a lot of other clients are coming in for one service and then seeing other services that we do. And it's always like, I didn't know you guys did this.
Yeah.
And then, our prices are out in the open. We have them listed on a board. So, people are there for one thing and then they schedule their follow-up appointment and add another service. So it just kind of snowballs as they start coming through the door. So it's really cool.
It is cool.
What are you guys going to do for the booth? For the bridal thing, like now, because this isn't going to be something normal. Do you guys got to like kind of come out the gate with like a booth for this?
Well, that's what we thought. Our booth for like our clam jam and garlic fest stuff is just like informational stuff.
Yeah.
So it's going to be basically the same thing, but I've gone to a bridal show before and it's all about like the giveaway stuff that all the booths have. Like you literally just walk around with a bag and like,
give me free stuff.
Right.
Mm-hmm, right.
So
that's the whole point.
Yeah. So there's really not much we can give away. So we got like some chocolates made up with our logo on it. And we're going to do a raffle, enter your name to win a free facial. And just give our information. We got like some nice paperwork stuff made up from Canva that we can hand out with information of the Hollywood facial that we're promoting for brides, but then also our other services that, if they want laser hair removal, you want, laser hair removal for your Brazilians, so you're hair free on your honeymoon, So
we're just gonna keep on
pulling
them in.
Yeah, because once you get them in, there's so many things they can do.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's gonna be challenging for us in a good way, because any other festival that we've ever done, we're always right there in Easton, where you're like, hey, let's do it. Let's go upstairs right now. And that's kind of how we've been able to get so many people to become clients, is we're right upstairs. This is going to be a little bit different. I think that we're really going to have to work some magic in order to be like, okay, well, make the commitment, come and see us, book this appointment. Like,
well, that's what I was going to ask. Will you guys book appointments there?
Definitely.
And then like try and get them? Now, will you do that by pen and paper, computer? Like, how are you going to do it?
Yeah, we'll do a computer. We have our scheduling system right on our phone.
That's fun.
We'll bring the iPad and, be able to get them in. And, thankfully we offer appointments now that the both of us are full time. We're doing appointments Monday through Saturday.
That's going to be a blast with the two of you being able to work to each other all day.
Yeah. Monday through Saturday. Right now we do evenings, Tuesdays and Thursdays, but those seem to be our most popular times. So we're looking to possibly add another evening time slot, probably Wednesdays, because our Tuesdays and Thursdays book up so quick. And, people that want to get in, we're like, sorry, next month.
Yeah.
So for people that work full time, the evenings, are prime.
Yeah. What are your hours now that the two of you are there?
During school time when our kids are at school, and then we do the evening hours Tuesdays and Thursdays. Saturdays we're there anywhere from like 9 to 3:30.
Yeah,
4
I mean
o'clock.
there are Saturdays that I've been there 9 to 9. I mean we kind of have this policy of like we're open till we're shut. You know what I mean? On a Saturday, if you want to come in at 8 o'clock at night because that's the only time that you can get there, like I will make myself available. You know what I mean? Weekends are anything goes. But being working mothers, we are like during the week, we're there until we have to both leave to get our kids off the bus. And then we have those couple of evenings. But yeah, we're gonna definitely have to do Wednesday or maybe even a Monday night. I don't, but we're gonna have to do something.
Popular.
Yeah,
Saturdays too. You know, especially we have a lot of clients that are coming from out of town. I mean, we have plenty of clients that are at least 2 hours away. So for them to try to get in after work, they don't get out of work till 6 o'clock. So
where did that lady Paula come from?
Maryland.
Holy crap!
3.5 hours away.
Yeah. So you have clients that are traveling that far.
Yep. So it's really cool.
Where do they hear about you? Like just from the internet or your social media?
Googling and Instagram. A lot of it is word of mouth, you know, locally, but you know, and then we have people that are from Easton and have since moved away, and they'll come back, you know, to see family or whatnot for the holidays. Like for Thanksgiving break and Christmas break, we have people making appointments already because they know that I'm going to be back in Easton, you know, this week for the holiday. So we have a woman from Florida that she's from this area.
Yeah, Lori. Shout out to Lori.
Yeah, you know, when she makes a trip to come back up here, she sees us every time she comes back up.
That's crazy.
So
what's that like
Florida,
for you guys?
It's really cool because, you know, we know these clients really can go anywhere for their services.
Yeah.
But, you know, the family vibe is really cool. You know,
that's what separates you guys.
Yeah. Our office is, you know, as much as we're not, you know, like a medical office, it still gives off a little bit of that vibe because we're very professional. Everything's super clean, super organized. But then you throw like the family vibe in it, and it's really cool.
It's kind of just the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Like you have that professional thing happening where like we're in our scrubs and there's gloves and everything is clean. And, you know, you feel like you're in a doctor's office. But then sort of as you get to know these people, because for tattoo removal, we've got these people for a year. I think we've talked about that before. And you really do kind of, you know, bond with them, and they see us together working and they're like, oh, you know, like, so it's a cool vibe. It feels good that we have people coming from all over, you know, because they know what they've got coming to us, you know?
Yeah, the vibe of the office, when I originally checked it out, I knew what you guys were kind of planning on doing, and it does look professional and has a bit of a vibe from a doctor's office, but it's exactly what you said, because like sometimes when I go to the doctor and it'll be somebody that's like friends with my mom, and then they're like, hey, Michael, and then immediately that breaks the whole vibe down. And I think that's what happens as soon as anyone starts interacting with the two of you is like, oh yeah, this is super professional, but at the same time, you're getting like a one-on-one friend experience with it. It's not just like, hey,
you become like, you know, how a client has a relationship with their hairstylist or
you know, or tattoo artist,
bartender.
Absolutely,
or bartender.
More so the bartender for me.
But it's cool. And I think a big thing for me when I do clients as an icebreaker, I do a lot of the treatments that we offer on myself. So, you know, to say to them, you know, oh, I've done, you know, hair removal on this, and this, you know, I feel like that makes them much more comfortable knowing that we're using our equipment on ourselves, you know, that we know it works, it doesn't hurt. You know, I mean, some people are much more sensitive than others, but, you know, I've done my own bikini line. And
you're a beast.
For people to be like, oh, okay, like I should be fine. And then, you know, you do it and they're like, oh, yeah, that's not that bad. So I feel like, you know, that's a big icebreaker to know that, you know, and I always say, oh, you know, if I had a client reschedule or not show up, you know, I'm in the laser room, like, you know, lasering my hair. So.
I always thought getting tattooed was way more painful than just the time. I mean, the pain could be 10 times more, but it's not. I mean, sitting in a chair, when I was younger, I would sit for like 5-6 hours, and then you're just like dead, and then like wrecked for 3 days, and then the healing process where it was over so fast when I had it done, and I was just like, oh, cool, we're done. Like, because that took 3 months to put on my leg with like continued appointments.
And your appointment was like 10 minutes. Yeah. Well, all of our appointments, I would say anywhere from like 3 minutes to 20 minutes.
That's what I sell everybody on. I'm like, yo, it's over. It's over. It is not how long a tattoo takes.
Yeah.
Which is especially because people will be like, oh, tattoos don't hurt. I'm like, sit for over 2 hours. That shit sucks.
Yeah, man. I think that's a part of what keeps us in business is that it goes so quick. If it was any longer than what it is, I don't think people would be able to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember when it was taboo and like they're like they have to shoot salt rocks at your tattoos to get them, and like that was like back in the day, like that was the big selling point. It's permanent. It's permanent. Now where I see like the kids getting face tattoos and I'm like, well, they could just get it removed if they wanted to. I mean, you got to pay for it and go to it, but like back in the day, that was my mom's biggest thing. Oh my God, that's what the rest of your life. My boy will have Beethoven Ultimate Warrior on his forearm. But it's crazy. And then it opens up the world of people who want to get cover-ups and stuff done. Because it's like I'm slowly running out of room where it's like, all right, well, maybe I'll get that removed and put something new on. Or like, then it became a thing where it was like people, like tattoo artists, I remember being like, oh, you're going to get them removed. But then they ended up becoming a favor because you can lighten a tattoo up for the artist. And then I remember the tattoo artist being like, oh, well, you know, go get laser removal done on that 2 or 3 times. And then this will be much easier than me pounding black ink into your, Godsmack tattoo you didn't want on your lower back.
Right. I feel like for clients too, to let them know that like that is an option to just lighten something to get a cover up if it's a tattoo that you don't like anymore. We have plenty of those, or if you've been getting tattooed since you were younger and now you have a totally different aesthetic of what your tattoos all look like. Yeah. We get plenty of clients like that, like had like old like tribal stuff, but now they're into a completely different style that they're lightening theirs to get cover-ups of what they now like. Or even, from my own experience, my tattoo, I got when I was 16.
What did you get?
A tramp stamp.
There's no shame in yelling at. Yeah.
You were 16?
16,
I can't believe Mom and Daddy let you do that.
Well, we did it because
I know,
9/11. We all did a tattoo for my uncle. We lost in September 11th. But, so it's a cross with a rose wrapped around it. But because of social media not being available, back then, I never researched my artist. I didn't research my tattoo shop I went to. I just, didn't even make an appointment. I just went in and was like, hey, this is what I want.
Yeah, because you used to go, it's so funny how it used to be where you would go in and you would just look at books.
Right, or pick something off the wall. Yeah. And it's like, it's not like that anymore.
No,
so
not at all.
For people now getting new tattoos, Instagram alone, to follow an artist, for months or years that you're like, oh, now I'm finally going to be able to get, work done by this artist. I feel like now people are regretting those poor choices because we had no other choice of, researching stuff back then. So it's,
man, we're so old.
I know. I like dated. I said something the other day and I was like, I just dated myself. But then I actually took in the moment of saying that and I was like, yo, fuck, you're old, dude.
Terrible.
I think I was like talking about like Encarta and like that's what you would use on the computer or some shit like that, like for school projects.
Yeah.
What do you guys got coming down? Are you planning? I know you guys are growing, but like, do you have any new equipment or things that you plan on taking on in the next year? Or are you guys kind of at a standhold with that?
We're kind of working with what we got for now. Our Media Store, which is our newest laser that we just got in February, that does hair removal, spider vein removal. We can do a photo facial on.
So you don't really need anything else.
It's kind of like the coverall for everything, and we've talked about doing other stuff like Botox. We have another room at our office that's available that we just use for storage right now. So there is like talk of like what we'll put in there eventually. But we are a laser aesthetics office, so we kind of want to keep things laser specific. Yeah. But right now, driving home hair removal is a huge seller, so we're really trying to boost that. Tattoo removal, our clients have been, strong from the jump, so our schedule for tattoo removal is really strong.
Yeah.
So hair removal, we're definitely pushing that. The Hollywood facial and the toenail fungus is definitely growing.
I feel like toenail fungus, all of a sudden, ever since the Billboard probably, has really, really become popular. And I think it's kind of like people get embarrassed about it. You know what I mean? Like it's not something pretty. It's, people are kind of uncomfortable, but it's amazing how common it is. And
what's
it's
the process of getting rid of it?
It's super easy. We hit you with the same laser that we do tattoo removal with. It takes only a couple of seconds. You don't feel it at all. It's loud, and I think that like I have even jumped like with that.
It sounds more aggressive than what it feels like.
It absolutely sounds like a firecracker. Like
it's a big snap just continuously as we're hitting it with the laser.
But it's like 2 or 3 treatments, maybe, depending on like how severe the fungus is. And as your nail grows out, it grows out healthy, and it's so easy. So easy.
So you go over the entire nail?
Yeah. You go over the nail, the entire nail, a few different ways.
Yeah.
And we can do
And you're
one
done.
toe, all toes. We offer a discount if you did all 5 toes. And a lot of people are multiple toes because toenail fungus, if it's in one toe, it usually jumps to the next toe. And we've done people that have been battling toenail fungus for 20 years. And to come in and do, 2 or 3 sessions and you're rid of it, it's awesome.
Well, that's what I was going to say. With having the billboard up, then they don't really have to like Google or feel embarrassed of like
Right.
looking up how to get rid of an ailment that they might have that they just kind of ignore and put up with. And then like to be able to come to you guys and get rid of that completely, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, because a lot of people let it go because if you're going to your doctor or podiatrist, they're going to want to put you on oral medication, which is not safe for your body. You have to actually do like routine blood work to make sure your liver function levels are good, because it can mess with your body. So, a lot of people
terrifying.
don't want to do that. So they just do nothing or, try like a topical cream, which doesn't work because it's rubbing off obviously on your sock and your shoe and whatnot. So we've had people that have had it so severe that they wear like a fake like press on toenail.
Oh, yep.
So, to help women like that like can actually wear nice sandals and, have
I feel
beautiful
worse
feet.
for the gentleman because a woman can, paint over the toenail.
That's true,
And
yeah.
I feel like honestly more, at least for me that I see, more of my clients for toenail fungus are dudes. Maybe because they really have no other choice because they can't cover it up. I mean, some guys.
Or
I
they're
know
just
wear
dudes and they're like, whatever, I got
Yeah, they
toenail
don't care.
fungus.
yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Food. I'm a caveman.
Yeah, but it's a cool treatment. And so for your big toe, it's $120. If we would do any additional toe, it's $40 more, or you can do all your toes, 1 foot for $250.
And it gets rid of it completely.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I know.
Your nail becomes
amazing.
You're never going to lose your toenail. A lot of like treatments that people try, your toenail ends up falling off. So this, as it grows, is just clear, healthy nail. Your nail bed underneath is pink.
That's got to be so nuts as somebody who has been battling it and not being able to get rid of it and then be like, just see the billboard and come in and then
Yeah.
they don't have to deal with that anymore in their life.
It's awesome. And then there's like some aftercare products that we recommend that we ended up making a product page on our website, there's like a gel that you can put on that helps pull out all of now the dead bacteria underneath your toenail. As gross as that sounds, it like pulls it out and you can like
We're all
literally like scrape
professionals
it
here.
away.
Are we? Are we?
No. I'm in gym shorts.
So yeah, there's like there's a bunch of things, getting them on like a good probiotic for at least a few months after they, to get all that stuff because it's in your body, to do a probiotic, do your laser treatment, flush your body of that. And
What other products do you guys carry? Because now that you're saying that, do you have things that people take after they get the tattoo removal to put on their skin? Is there something with like, run down the gambit of like what you would offer to somebody as products in stores so that, if somebody's, wants to get something done, but then they don't know what they're supposed to do with the aftercare. Because I know with aftercare, sometimes it gets confusing for people or they get intimidated by it, or then they don't do anything like me and then they have to get their tattoos redone because they didn't take care of it correctly. But what do you guys offer after they're done with any of the sessions?
Well, we have a couple things on our product page. We also just have an aftercare product for tattoo removal that we offer in the office called After Soothe. So instead of somebody doing like Aquaphor or something like that after tattoo removal, they can get this product. It's really cool. It's all like essential oils. It has lidocaine in it. It has like anti-inflammatories in it. Just super healing stuff for your skin. That we sell in the office. And then on our website, we have all the products that we're using on your face for the Hollywood facial if you want to continue care with that. The toenail fungus stuff. And then I also just ended up putting like a tattoo numbing cream on there because we have plenty of clients that use a numbing cream or are interested and don't know what to use. There's so many products out there.
Yeah. I want to talk to you more about that after you're done listening it because I have questions on the numbing cream.
So we put, a really
coward.
popular one on the website. This way, if somebody is interested in that, they can it's just an Amazon link on our page to get that product. But we have a lot of people that use the numbing cream, people that it's just, they're super sensitive, or if it's a very sensitive area like your neck or your ribs or something.
I think
Tire
too,
back.
depending on how big the piece is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's essential.
Yeah.
You have to.
Now, you guys use the numbing cream before the laser tattoo removal?
No. That you would put on, if you're doing a numbing cream for tattoo removal, you're going to apply that 3 hours before you're coming in for your session. And then you wrap it with saran wrap and to keep it all locked in.
What do you guys use? Do you use a numbing cream for any of your procedures?
No, we just, for tattoo removal, we have a cryo machine. So we just blow
But
really
originally,
cold air.
is that what they used to do? Because I remember when I first used numbing cream, and it wasn't a thing to do it with tattoos, and people were using it. I don't know if it was for hair removal or something. I remember that's kind of like where I started first knowing about numbing cream, and then I would use it. It worked all right. I would definitely plan it out differently now, and that's why, like, I have my entire back outline, but like I can't go back. And he was like, like when I was getting it done, I was like, yo, I'm like, I thought I'd be able to watch a movie and this was going to be a breeze because it's not like a vulnerable position. You can kind of lay down.
Right.
Like laying on my back and getting my stomach down, that was just vulnerable and hurt. I thought it was going to be a walk in the park, but I do have nerve damage on my back, so that might be why it hurts so bad. But like, I was like, dude, this is insane. And he's like, yeah, he's like, a lot of people, that was probably 6-7 years ago, and I won't go back. But then he was like, well, we can do numbing cream and just section this out and then do like 4 sessions.
Yeah.
You should try it.
I want to.
Yeah, and it would be the same instruction as what we tell our clients is that you put it on, 3 hours before and saran it so it could really sink in and also not get on your clothes.
Yeah, because I think it lasted like an hour and a half for me.
Yeah, depending on what you get. I know there's like some people that use a certain brand that doesn't work as well as other clients.
That's why when you said I'm guessing you researched it. I'm interested in trying that because I've been wanting to figure out how to get it done for a while now.
Yeah, I picked something that was moderately priced because there's numbing creams out there that, but depending on the percentage of lidocaine they have, it makes it more expensive. So I kind of picked like a middle of the road one that works really well.
No, I want to get my back finished. I do and I don't.
Check out our products page on our website.
I'm going to. I want to get into, we had talked about doing an event, and I want to kind of just go around the room and just kind of snowball what you guys would want to do if we did something.
Mm-hmm. I know you talked about doing like food.
Oh, I'm definitely doing food.
Having us on as like a sponsor of your studio, which would be cool. I don't think we get any clients from like the Nazareth area.
Well, that's why I want to do something here. And I reached out to, it's going to be much easier when everything we talked about before the show happens, then I'm going to have a spot that I can do stuff like this with the sponsors. Yeah. But I think we could do something down here, and I think we'd be able to do food. And like, what would you guys want to do as far as like, how do you guys picture, because I want to bring you guys into Nazareth, and I know I can get people down here, but like, how would you guys picture an evening of doing something? Like I did something with Liz.
The bagels. That's all I'm coming for is the bagels. We don't even have to talk about precision. Just feed me.
I think the same stuff that we would do like when we have our booths at festivals and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, with clients coming in and seeing our menu board, a lot of people don't know we do certain services and then how affordable it is. So just to maybe, talk to people, give them our little spiel and say, enjoy the food if you have questions, like come talk to us.
Yeah, I think we could definitely get a bunch of people down here.
Yeah, because once people know how easy the procedures are, how quick they are, how affordable they are, how accessible we are, our schedule, depending on your availability, we usually can get you in pretty quick. Our hours are really good. So I feel like once people have that information, they're much more willing to book an appointment. Yeah.
And now that we're kind of going over it, I can leave all the information at Tara's salon next door too.
Oh, that would be rad.
Because she's constantly slammed with women and different people in there all day long. And then I think if we bring her on, or not bring her on, but like if she's interested in coming down, I think then we could pull a lot of even a couple hairdressers and stuff. And I mean, I think it would be a point to where we might have to kind of cap off how many people we want to do.
Do you know any nail techs? Because I'd like to get that toenail fungus out there to nail salons.
I'm sure I'm connected somehow to somebody.
I bet.
That's a nail
You probably
tech.
have a guy.
Yeah. Don't you have a guy for everything?
I'm more than likely. I'm just trying to think of who I know that might do nails in their salons or anything. We can start trying to connect with other businesses.
Even barbershops, a big thing for men is under here for shaving and razor bumps and, ingrown hairs and stuff like that. So just recently, my husband has terrible razor bumps, so he just grows his beard long enough that you can't see all of it.
Yeah.
But for a guy to go get a haircut and then come, same day or the next day to us to do, his shape up under his beard, or we have clients even do here for their beard, and then along, your shape up on the back of your neck to, extend the life of your haircut, is really cool for men to do. My husband loves it.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So razor bumps for men. And I feel like, we definitely have more women coming in for laser hair removal than men. But for men, that area is great for a guy. Or your back, shoulders. Guys
I wish I could do any of that. I
hair,
can't because of my tattoos.
Yeah.
It kills me.
But, to do a man's entire back, it's like 10 minutes. You're done. So.
And then it never comes back again.
Yeah. For, the guys that keep their t-shirt on, like when they go to the beach or the pool or something that, are wearing a sweater under their t-shirt.
Yeah.
How liberating that'll be to like take your shirt off on the beach. Mm-hmm. So things like that for men are, and I don't think men are thinking those things,
I am every day. Yeah. Fuck, why'd I get tattooed?
Yeah. So, the razor bumps for men for, the parts of their face that they don't want to shave anymore.
Yeah, there's a lot of annoying self-care that I don't think men talk about a lot, but definitely razor burn sucks, or even just cleaning up the back of my neck, I'll break out and, having to have my mom shave my back, stuff like that.
If you're, a single guy by yourself or, something like that. Or, people just getting, going to the barbershop more often than they need to because of their neck hair. I know, like, our dad, like, that's the thing that bothers him the most.
It drives me nuts. There's, like, one part on the back of my neck that will just, like, itch. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just the way the hair grows, and it drives me nuts. Yeah. And then I'm like, all right, I need a haircut.
It's great. Hair removal is just top notch.
Yeah, it's life-changing.
And I feel like most of our clients, you start off with one body part, and then you're like, wow. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, what else can I do?
Have you ever done a gentleman's entire head? Can you do, like, their hair?
We haven't done that, no.
Can you, though?
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, I don't see why not.
The only thing is, with a rounded body part, the handpiece has to sit flush against your skin.
Yeah.
So, as long as that's the case, why? You would want to take your head hair off?
Yeah, it's really annoying. I have to shave it if I don't shave it... But I remember I got my last haircut, and I was like, and the girl's like, what? And I'm like, I'm done coming for haircuts, because I lost my widow's peak. Mm-hmm. So once I lost my widow's peak, it just gave me a terrible hairline. So then I was just like, I just got to shave my head. But even now, like, this is long. So, like, if I don't shave my head once a week, it, like, really bothers me, and I get, like, hot, and it's annoying. But, yeah, if I didn't have to shave my head, I definitely would do that.
You should come in. Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
I got a knot, like a hot dog thing in the back of my head that I don't know. I don't know. It's bad.
I haven't noticed that.
Yeah, it's the first thing people notice. They grab onto it. Thinks it makes me feel good inside. It doesn't. Yeah, but I just didn't know if a guy ever did that. But why wouldn't you?
Yeah. We could.
I don't know.
Totally
I hate cutting my hair.
The only thing, of course,
or paying for a haircut.
Yeah. And they're not cheap anymore.
No.
Even for my kid, for
the guys upstairs will hook me up, but even like, because I'll grow my beard out, but there's nothing I can do with my hair. And then it's like every time, this is another thing too, is like every time, I take my hair all the way to the skin, you have your chances of breaking out and ingrown hairs. And then like that just becomes its own headache.
Yep. Literally.
Yeah. I would totally be in to being a testosterone.
Yeah.
What if it only does like half of it, and then I only got to like cut the back of my hair?
Well, you have to do like multiple sessions to get it all. But I mean, once it's gone, it's gone.
Are you confident in that? Because I would never grow my hair back in again.
Yeah.
I'd probably get my head tattooed too then.
See, there you go. Then you'd be able to do
that.
that.
What am I talking about? That's going to hurt 10 times more than the back.
That's going to be great.
Well, now you'll know numbing cream and just lather your
Yeah, we could do that. What do you guys think? Like music? Like how do you want the vibe of
Wu-Tang?
I would love to do Wu-Tang. Like when we did it with Liz, it's like we had a bartender, we had infused cocktails, we had the music going outside. The only thing that screwed us was it rained.
Yeah.
So then it was a nightmare trying to reorganize it.
Yeah.
But like, do you picture it with music? Or,
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, everything with music.
What are you guys into? You want to do a DJ or an acoustic guy in the corner so people are crying?
An acoustic guy. I do love acoustic music. I love to listen to people play music.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is
Yeah.
like, do we?
I'm sure you got a guy for that.
I want to find. I have a guy where I go to Miguel's over in Forks, I think it is. And there's a guy named Neil, and he plays a keyboard, but he plays like disco and 70s stuff. It's a really good vibe. It's a really good vibe. You ever see Swingers when they like go into that bar and they're playing Staying Alive? It's that vibe.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
And then what? You think just information?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we can drag the laser here.
Not like we
No.
can do a demo or
Yeah.
something. But yeah, just informational.
And then just kind of leave it open to everyone, just kind of like doing like a cocktail hour type
Yeah,
thing.
hanging out.
And we could do like a raffle or something,
Yeah.
put your name in when a free session or something like that.
We
yeah,
could do
we'll come up
something.
with some kind of a promotion maybe too.
Yeah.
We can spitball, you and I, and figure something out.
Like for Garlic Fest, if you booked an appointment that day, we gave you 10% off. If you did like a session like right there on the spot, it was more. So we could talk about maybe doing something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would work too. We could do something with Chow, maybe. I don't know. Do you want to
Oh,
involve
I
other
love my
businesses?
boys at Chow. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the more the merrier. Everybody loves their food.
Yeah,
I'd be there every day if it wasn't for all the bread because I don't need that, but it's good.
it's good. I kept seeing all the stuff they were doing on Bacon Fest.
Yeah.
They're out there though. The one thing I do
They
like
are,
about
yeah.
them is like they're not being shy about putting themselves out there at all.
Yeah, they do, like, a lot of community
and then
involvement.
with Made and doing all the T-shirts and stuff out
Yeah.
front. They got a guy yelling on the mic, and
Yeah.
then that's what. And then I saw they were on TV. That's cool.
Is that the kid you went to college with?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I went to college with both of them. TV thing, I would love to get into that. So I've reached out to 69 News like at least 5 times. I get nothing.
What do they say?
Nothing. No response.
What
but
do you?
I think,
you want them to just do like a highlight piece on the business?
Yeah.
Something.
I think our business is awesome for, being family owned and what we do, and, that it is accessible with prices and everything. We had Lehigh Valley Live did a piece on us like when we first opened, and we got a lot of clients from it. So I've reached out to 69 News, I want to say at least 5 times via email, Instagram, whatnot, and I can't get any. And I've called. I just want to shake them and be like, "Hey, look at us."
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking that, I wonder.
Got a guy over there.
No, I'm just like, I wonder where you guys could go. I mean, do other podcasts, but I mean, you're like, why wouldn't the news want to do something like that?
Yeah, especially when we were getting our new laser. There's nobody in downtown Easton that does any laser hair removal stuff. So
Let's try and incorporate that idea into the pop-up thing and see if we can get anyone to generate interest of the event that we'll put on.
that would be cool.
That would be amazing.
There's always like stupid angles you got to come in with stuff like that.
Yeah. I always thought just like our business was good enough, but I guess
It's hard.
What's
I mean,
in it for them?
most of the time they don't even report on anything good. So,
yeah.
they're probably not
We
interested.
even did like a collaboration with another business downtown that I thought was like really cool. Like, we had like the same clientele until like
What'd you do?
we did like a detox program with Newhouse that they like came up with like a tea and an oil rub, and then like if you booked with us, so you got like a coupon to then go to them and get a lymphatic drainage massage and time in the sauna to help your flushing of your ink. So I thought that was a cool angle. Like, what are the chances that 2 businesses with like the same clients are going to work together? And I called, and I spoke with multiple people at different places, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'll run it by my editor," and then nothing.
Yeah.
So, but
Well,
that I was like, that's for sure going to spark interest in
Yeah,
somebody.
like, yeah. I
And
thought
Lehigh
so,
Valley
too.
Live was like right across the street from us.
Yeah.
But, everybody's busy. I get it. But, we're just always trying to think of like the next thing to like get it out there, how to promote. Because marketing for us, it's tricky because, it's usually word of mouth or just Google. So to find like those little angles, like you said, to, get the word out there of what we do.
And you guys do a good job of like finding fun, creative things for people to enjoy your business other
Yeah.
than just coming in for a removal or a doctor's appointment. Like you definitely
we try. We're
take the
always
feel
looking
out.
for like the next thing of like how to like
Right.
creatively
The next like shtick.
yeah
Yeah.
get people in the door.
I don't know. How soon would you want to do everything? December? Next year? How busy are you guys?
I feel like December probably would be too soon for us.
With the holidays and stuff like that.
It'll just be a nightmare.
Yeah. I think so,
February, maybe do something for Valentine's around Valentine's
that would be cool.
Day.
Get your
that would be
ex-boyfriend's
cute.
name lasered off.
Yeah, or
I
we
will
can
never
even
do
do
that.
some kind of we can do some kind of promotion, like bring your significant other and get, X amount off or something like that.
Yeah.
Like a lovebird special.
Yeah.
I like that.
Word, let's do that.
And then do like it either probably early February, then that way it's before Valentine's. Because what's that, the second or third week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 14th.
Let's shoot for, I don't know, I never get to
I don't know.
celebrate
It's
it.
I hate that holiday.
I don't know. That would be cool to do.
Yeah.
I want to pull everything together and do that. And I just think it'd be fun to do something down here. I want to do something down here before I leave too, just so we kind of figure out what we want to do before the next spot. But I think there's plenty of room down here, and we could definitely put a musician off into the corner, and then just kind of figure out what we're going to do. We can put literature and stuff on the table, or set something up, or even bring what you guys have for your booth, and then I don't know, just kind of make it like a mingling thing.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come up. Maybe I'll just
Yeah.
combine with Chow to do like appetizers, and then we can get social media between making the food, and then you guys are Italian. I'm sure you know how to make food, so
Yep.
maybe we could just combine doing everything together. Like, hey, we'll do the food together. We'll do that with Chow, and then we'll set everything up, get the music going, and then just really record everything, and then just turn it into social media.
That sounds like so much fun.
Yeah.
I'm stoked.
Yeah, because like that's what's cool is it's work because it's social media and we're setting up an event, but at the same time it's really pushing all the platforms, and then you're gonna get it's Kevin. He's the studio fly.
That's your mascot?
Every other day. I don't know. I just think it'd be cool, and I like that you guys are always pushing the envelope on like what to do with that business, where to grow the business. The fact that you guys done everything this fast, like you're always doing something, like there's no
And it's
downtime.
just us. We don't have like a hired person that does any of our marketing or anything like that. It's all us.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, everything. It's us.
But you don't
That's it.
stop. Like when I saw you guys were,
can't.
that's the other thing
can't.
where everyone's like, all you do is work. And I'm like, one, I built this because by work I love. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure you guys, your lives are totally different going in and seeing each other and being able to work together, and you're building a family business and like coming up with these ideas and creating stuff to grow the business. That's like what I like the most.
Yeah,
and then
it's the first thing you think about when you wake up.
yeah, and that's what the hard work
is.
is. But then at the same time, it's not really work because like even the more when we were thinking about it, I'm like, oh, we could go to Chow, and I'm like, we could do all that stuff. And I'm like, now you got like 4 different people's social media into one. So now it's all that content is going out to 4 different places. Plus, if we brought someone to video it, now you have somebody documenting the event, then we can use that to push the event. And then I'm like, oh man, now you're just taking hard work and turning it into social media. And I love doing that. And then at the same time, it's like, oh, well, this isn't really work.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I get to hang out with you guys,
love it. Yeah.
And eat.
have drinks, and make food with Chow.
Yeah.
What if they're like,
Do we
nah,
have
we're
to
not
invite
interested.
anybody else, or can we-
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's really anyone else to bring in on it, unless we think about it. But maybe a brewery. But I don't even know. I don't know. Sometimes when you bring too many people in, it gets to be a pain in the ass. But I think we could definitely do some cool drinks, or just keep it super light. And then I don't know. I'll reach out to Chow today, unless you guys see them on a regular basis.
I try not to get in there as much as I would love to.
Well, I'll bring you guys back on one more time before we do that, and then we'll kind of just go over the event. I did that with Liz, and it really worked. We'll figure out all the details and like kind of make a list, so then that way we don't have too many people down here. But I think reaching out to different salons and then doing the stuff with the social media, I think we can easily get as many people as we want down here, but don't overdo it unless we decide like, hey, there's so many people, let's run it, 2 days in a row, or we'll figure all that out. But I don't know. I love when you guys come on. It's always just bullshitting and hearing about
it's
new
fun.
things, and we'll do it again.
Too bad we can't eat and podcast.
We definitely can. If you guys request it, I'll definitely. Sometimes
I can't
people
have like a mouthful of everything bagel and like
Yeah, it's not going to be
I'll be
pretty.
like, oh, sorry.
No, we did that. I've done that on the ones where we just get drunk. We did that for the
that's
Halloween
different.
one.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
a
so
good time.
dangerous.
Yeah.
No.
No, the next day, like we were in the group text, and I was
What
like,
did I say
I was like,
last
yo, I was like, I don't really remember closing out the show, like, because Bill
Just
Lore
hung
brought, he was like, yo, I'm bringing ranch water, which I didn't realize was just tequila and water.
Great.
And then, like,
Ranch
I had
water.
3 of them, plus we were drinking McCall's beers. So, like, they weren't, like, Miller Lights. And then, like, at one point, I'm like, I am trashed. And then, like, the Chris from the
mic still on?
Chris from Nice Slice was like, he's like, are you just like not listening to us anymore? And then when I had to edit it, I went to the end and I was just so plowed. I had my eyes closed to get through, and they're like, open your eyes, and I'm like, I'm trying to think. But you know, it's always different doing that because you can lose the show, and I have lost shows because like people. I always when we get drunk, I'll always give the person a preview link and be like, hey, if you really want to go over that, like, do it. And some people don't even watch it and don't care, but like I had somebody be like, hey, like, I can't air that, we have to reschedule this. And then, you know, it was fun, but you wasted everybody's time.
Right.
Yeah.
But then luckily, because I didn't watch that, it was like a 2.5 hour podcast. And then they were like, you know, Matt was, he had 1 beer. So I immediately texted him first and was like, what did you think of that? And he's like, well, you guys were toast. But he's like, I don't think anything happened. And then Chris and Bill didn't watch it, but Chris watched it. And then he was like, no, we're good. And I was like, okay, I'll put it up. But it gets dicey with that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But if you guys if you guys ever want to do this and we're like, yo, make bagels, I would have made food today.
Yeah.
I wish I would have known that. I can go for a bagel.
Well, now you know. We'll
Yeah,
do it
next
again
time.
before the event, and I'll start putting some things together with that. We can start going over some ideas. I want to give you guys a chance to plug your social media or wherever anybody can find out anything about the Hollywood facials and all that kind of stuff.
Go for it. Just give them my phone number.
Oh, God. PrecisionLaserSpecialist.com. We have all our great information on there for all the services that we do. Most of our pricing is on there. If not, we're always upfront and honest with our pricing. You can DM us on Instagram. We're precision_laser_LLC. I answer DMs and emails. Lindsay's on the phone, so anytime you call, you'll always get Lindsay. But we'll always get back to you very, very quickly. Great information on our website, like I said, about everything we do. Toenail fungus and Hollywood facials is what we're really trying to push now. Those have become very popular. We forgot to mention, too, the Hollywood facial. If you make an appointment for a Hollywood facial and come in with a friend, you get $15 off. For somebody to sit there and watch the treatment, it's super satisfying.
Oh, yeah.
Because as we blast the carbon off your face, it just vaporizes. So it's very cool to watch. And 9 out of 10 times, if somebody's seeing that, they're like, I want that too. So we're offering that promo right now, $15 off if you bring a friend. And then keep an eye out if there's any brides out there for our bridal specials for Hollywood facial. Eventually, I probably think we'll push for a bridal special for hair removal if we get enough interest in that, to be like hair-free, carefree on your honeymoon. That type of thing.
I love that.
So yeah, I mean, endless opportunities with what we can offer. So yeah, give us a call. Downtown Easton, we're right above Mesa. There's parking all around us, so super accessible, affordable to everybody, and family owned and operated, of course, is kind of our biggest push.
Nicely done.
Oh, thank you.
You have nothing.
I have nothing. I have nothing. She's clearly the brains of the operation.
She's just here for her good looks.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you guys so much for
Thank
coming
you.
on. If you're a first-time listener, first-time watcher, first-time anything with Never Again, go to neveragainstudio.com. That has our apparel. It has the episodes, previous episodes. If you go on YouTube, you can watch this and subscribe to this. And then when I do the premieres, you get a notification about it. Everything is at neveragainstudio.com. Thank you guys so much. And then we'll figure out when we're going to do that little soiree.
Okay.
Is that what we'll call it? Is that a thing? Yeah.
It
it's a
is now.
soiree.
It is now.
Thank you, ladies.
Soiree.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never Again Radio. Get into it, brother.